Welcome back to Real Talk. We've got a lively panel in the house. Simone, Logic, UK rapper and activist, and spoken word artist as well, Sully Breaks. This is your show, your views about the news. Coming up, we've got some great paper stories to share with you. Also, we're getting a lot of interaction from you about the term that we talked about before the break, coloured. Do you agree with coloured being used to describe people of African and Caribbean descent? Give us a call. This is how you do. 0207 819 6460. Thank you very much. We've had a call from Malawi. Latoya has said, it's fine calling me coloured in Malawi. That's what they call us in Malawi. OK. You can email us, realtalk@otv.co.uk. Tweet us at OTV or find us on Facebook and let us know that as well. We also went out on the streets to find out what you think. But let's just recap. Logic, a UK rapper, you refer to yourself as mixed race parentage.
Yes, indeed.
You don't look mixed race parentage.
Of course.
You know, there's an image of what a mixed race parentage person looks.
Don't judge books by their covers.
Don't judge books by their cover. Your background is what?
Irish, Nigerian and Jamaican.
And where do you feel more close to? Is it what do you adhere to more?
I tend to adhere to my African side a lot more.
Yeah.
But I was raised with my Irish nan, so.
Okay, so Irish stew, Irish food.
All of them things.
Simone de Gale, a chartered architect and inventor of some interesting things to do with the army. You're working with the British Army.
We've received support and funding from the Ministry of Defence to develop this invention. Yeah,
it's fantastic. It's brilliant. I think that deserves a round of applause, actually. Hello.
Thanks.
Inventor. You're British Caribbean, both parents West Indian.
Yeah.
Don't have any affinity at all with Africa?
Not immediately. I mean, you know, everyone came out of Africa, but I don't have like an immediate.
Do you eat African food?
Of course I would. Of course I would. Of course I have. I've got African friends.
What do you like?
What's it? Fufu.
Fufu. Yeah. Fufu. Our Ghanaian spoken artist is like, woo. Okay. And you're very much black African.
Yeah, I mean, if I went to Ghana, I'm a foreigner, you know what I mean? They don't appreciate me, but in my heart, I always hold on to that.
OK, let's go to the phone lines. Femi? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Femi. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Newcastle.
Newcastle. Lovely to have your comments. What do you think of the term coloured?
Yeah, I think, if you look at it very well, yes, if you look at it very well, black and white should not be used to distract any man.
Oh, you think
look at your dress, it's black. Does anybody look like your dress?
It's a blue suit, but don't worry, I'll take black. I'll take black. So you don't think you should describe anyone as black or white?
Yeah, you look like black, but I don't think anybody look like that. So white. I'm saying, look at the other. Look at the dress with Massey on. It's white. Does anybody look like that?
Well, no, I don't know anyone Simone's colour. But we've got to describe people in some ways, Femi, surely.
Why?
Yeah. So what I'm saying,
why do we have to?
We have to.
Yeah, I'm saying we should not be using black or white because nobody is black and nobody is white.
So, hold on, you agree with Femi?
Of course.
You agree with Femi? Are you telling me you don't think we should use descriptive words?
Why?
Yeah, we've been trained to think that we have to, but really we don't. We're all human beings.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So how would you describe yourself then, Femi? Femi?
I would better say I'm a coloured man because my coloured.
So you're a coloured man?
Do you know what's ironic about this term?
I will not say I'm black because I know what black means. Yeah, I'm a coloured man.
You're a coloured man. Thank you, Femi. It's nice to have your opinion. Do you agree with Femi? Should we not use black and white? Should we not use descriptive words? Just say you're a person. But Femi describes himself as coloured. 0207 819 6460. I don't think, do they, Simone, is coloured ever on a box? I've never ever had a questionnaire.
I've never seen a box saying coloured. But I think that boxes are important. specifically when it comes to like medicine and you know, treatment, how you treat people, because you know genes do react differently.
I'll tell you what's funny. Sorry to cut you. I'll tell you what's funny, real funny about this term coloured, because we all know history proves that the first man originated in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, and we all under this establishment. Yeah. So ultimately, we're not the coloured one. How did we get the term coloured? We're the original prototype. We're the template. So if anything, white people are coloured.
Okay, in your opinion. But that's great. No, it's lovely to get different opinions. We've got Anthony on the line. Hello, Anthony.
Yeah, hi there.
Hello, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Birmingham.
Birmingham. And what do you describe yourself as?
Yeah, well, me personally, I call myself black because I am black.
Okay, so you disagree with logic?
Well, I'm not disagreeing with logic. I've got a daughter who, her complexion is light-skinned, even though both me and her mum are Caribbean.
Okay.
Now, my daughter has gone through the confusion where her school friends and adults have referred to her as being coloured. And she brought that to me, and I've always said to her, look, you're black. Coloured is not a description. If anyone questions it, just tell them you're black.
So are you offended by the term coloured, Anthony?
Me personally, I would be offended by anyone calling or referring to me as coloured.
You are black.
I am black, and I'll always say to people, and I will educate them, and I will tell them. Well,
tell Logic. Logic says you're wrong.
No, I never said
No, but you
wrong,
disagree.
Trish.
You disagree. You don't think we should be calling people black. You said that. We should be calling people black or white.
I say we don't need boxes.
Well, tell him.
I don't know where... Over here, big man. We don't need the boxes. That's my belief. Because ultimately these boxes allow them to say, you're this, you're that, you're... We're all just human beings, innit? And we all need to make things happen together.
OK, so tell Anthony why, in your opinion, he shouldn't call himself black.
I've just explained it just then, but at the same time, you have the right to call yourself whatever you choose. I call myself a human being. If you call yourself black...
OK, all right. Anthony, if we heard from Femi in Newcastle, who thinks it's bad to call people black or white. He agrees with Logic, he agrees with Sully. I think Simone's still 100% undecided. I don't know, we'll have to come back.
Well, me personally, I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion and how they feel themselves.
Of course.
Now, as far as Logic is concerned, if I was looking at Logic, I would say to Logic that, yo, you're black. I know he's mixed race, and I know he sees himself as mixed race. But other people, white people, Caucasian people, if they were to describe him, they would say he's black.
OK. Thank you, Anthony, for Birmingham. Also, it's interesting because the golfer Tiger Woods does not call himself black. He calls himself Calablasian. Because he says he's a mixture. He is Asian, he's part Chinese. So it is interesting. I refer to myself as a black woman. I'm very proud. And I think sometimes, in my opinion, we seem to be ashamed of the word black. But that's just me. Don't listen to me. Real Talk is all about you and your opinions and our lovely panel tonight. We went out on the street. Oh, sorry.
That's at a point. I guess what kind of Anthony says actually, in fact, kind of supports what Logic is saying, because if we didn't have defined, predetermined terms to describe ourselves, you look at Logic and you'd ask him, where are you from? As opposed to just saying you're black,
but
you know what I mean? I'm saying in a utopian society, in a perfect...
But hold on, if you saw Logic on the street, you wouldn't describe him as... No, one second. Yeah. You wouldn't describe him of mixed race because you wouldn't know his background.
But you would be wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he is mixed race. And that's what having those predetermined conceptions of people do, because then you never appreciate that he has an Irish nan.
He has an Irish nan.
You know what I mean? And if we didn't have these terms, a white person would be able to look at him and say, oh, he has a bit of Irish in him, maybe I can relate to him.
But then how do we describe other cultures? Should we not describe white people?
In an ideal society, it's not practical, but theoretically, I totally agree with where he's coming from.
And I think you agree as well, Simone.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. OK, let's go to the VT. This is brilliant, and I'm learning a lot, actually. Perhaps I'm prejudging people too much. I'm learning. We went out on the streets to find out what you thought about the term coloured.
In terms of political correctness, yeah, sometimes it can go too far, and perhaps in the case you're talking about with Benedict Cumberbatch, I would say that people are right, actually, to question where he's been living for the past sort of 30 years.
Because if it was a black guy and he said something about a white person or something like that, I think they would make even more of a scene.
I think it's difficult when somebody who's an advocate for change makes a comment that offends the group of people that he's trying to advocate change for.
I don't think political correctness has gone mad. I think the whole world's gone mad. Do you know what I mean? People say, oh yeah, you go over the top with this. And then you look at something else that's probably on the same level and he don't do enough about it.
I think it's probably more of a slip of the tongue than an actual racial slur myself personally.
No, it's not okay, but it's different when it's a white person, I would say. Black people are allowed to say that word and white people are not.
Black people shouldn't use it, white people shouldn't use it because it's like if a black person says that you're offending, I don't know, you're like offending yourself.
Firstly, I have no, you know, it doesn't offend me. I mean, the problem, what does offend me is the fact that we have black actors, but nobody can get work. So there are some parties in America what still use that word coloured, you know, and he was in America, I believe. Was he? Did he say it over here? Yeah, so why is everybody over here getting upset?
I love our Real Talk audience out there. Keep them coming in. Always email us. We read every single email. realtalk@otv.co.uk. Got a brilliant panel in today. Inventor Simone, spoken artist Sully, and UK rapper and activist Logic. We're going to leave this subject in just a moment. We've got time to squeeze in Amma. Hello? Is Anna there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, where are you calling from?
I'm calling near Stansted Airport.
Thank you very much for calling. What's your opinion, please, Amma?
My opinion?
Yes, please.
Well, you know something? This word, black and white, and the, you know, coloured issue.
Yes.
We are people. In your passport, do you put black or do you put white? You put the nation that you come from.
Ah, okay. So are you saying we shouldn't use the word black? Sorry, Anna?
We can use, you know, the word black is one of those descriptions that was taken up when we're trying to find a word that we could use for ourselves. And it's been hijacked a little bit and we've lost our way with it.
Oh.
I think that what we should understand is that as people of African descent, we should decide how we are described and, you know, and let that be known to all others.
How do you describe yourself?
I describe myself as an African woman.
Okay, so that's, but in terms of your... Yeah.
I come from Ghana.
Uh-huh. You got a whoop whoop there from Sully. But you're an African woman, you're not black, yeah? I'm trying to understand. I'm not being rude. I'm trying to understand.
Well, I've been described as black, and I've used the term black.
Okay. Thank you so much. Wow, this is deep. We're going to have to return to this subject, guys. I tell you, a spoken artist, Sully, inventor, chartered architect, Simone, and rapper Logic. We will definitely get you back on at some stage and get you to talk about this a bit more. But we're moving on. A morbidly obese woman has refused to get weight loss surgery, which would be funded by the NHS because she'd rather stay on benefits. Here she is, lovely lady. That's her, Jodie Sinclair. She's claimed £75,000 in benefits, including her rent-free accommodation. She weighs 28 stone and needs a mobility scooter to get around, but has declined repeated offers of a free gastric band operation. All the more shocking is the story of this man, Peter Rolfe. He's fathered... oh, no, hold on. That's the fitness expert, actually, this guy here. He has fathered 26 children with 15 different women, and he's claimed more than $500,000 in benefits. What do you think? Has the benefit system gone mad? Does it need looking at, or is it benefits for all? 0207 819 6460. Simone.
Hi.
What do we think about the benefit system?
I think the benefit system is important. It's there to help people when they need a support system, and it should be there.
Okay, she's too fat to work. Is that a good thing that she's still on benefits?
She's too fat to work. This is why they want to give her this gastric band, you know, so that she can reduce her weight. So that is what that's the procedure that she should have.
So you agree she should stay on benefits and have the right to stay on benefits?
I think she should have the gastric band.
Okay, she doesn't want to have it. Logic. What do we think? Is the benefit system working? Are people like this getting away, or have they got a right to claim benefits?
I think really and truly, first of all, you have to address the source, which is why we live in a society that gives out benefits so freely and abundantly. And I think ultimately one of the main reasons for that is to try and keep us as comfortable as we can be, so they can really carry on their agendas overseas and carry on their foolishness that they're carrying in Palestine and Northern Ireland and such places.
So you think the benefit system is a distraction from getting people to work?
It makes people comfortable and just comfortable in living in this life that we're living in.
Are you comfortable that guy, 26 kids, you're working, you're paying for him not to work because he's getting £500,000 in benefits? Are you happy with that?
To tell you the truth, I'm not really bothered.
You're not bothered? OK, let's know if you're bothered. Is that the way your taxes should be spent on a guy that's fathered 26 kids? Sully, what do you think?
I think it's a double-edged sword. Like, I've never been on benefits, but my mum raised me on benefits, you know what I mean? So I understand there's people that need it and how it helps, because I wouldn't be where I was if the government wasn't giving my mum benefits. But I think if you're in a situation as a result of your own choosing or your own circumstance, for instance, she's too overweight to work. I mean, there's a point at which you can take responsibility for that. He has too many kids. I think there's a point at which you can take responsibility for that.
Who do you think's at most fault, Silly? The woman who's 28 stone, she doesn't want a gastric band operation, she's happy as she is, or this father of 26? Who grates you more? Who do you think's less likely or should have benefits and shouldn't?
I really think it's so relative, you know what I mean? Some people are overweight, someone could have died in their family, that's why she got to that weight. And you never know I don't know about his situation, so I really can't judge, but I just think both of them are in a situation where they could have taken responsibility for their predicament till it got to the point. It's not like they were blind and they were raising 3 kids there, do you know what I mean? There's certain circumstances you can't help, but I think both those circumstances could have been managed slightly better, so I think there's a responsibility for them.
Don't blame them, you know, don't blame them.
Don't blame them.
They've been given a chance to make money. They're making money, but, you know, they're wrong for doing it. Like, I've been on benefits myself, so I can speak in it, but ultimately, the benefit system does keep you in a loop where it's very easy
to get comfortable.
Stay here,
a lot of people agree with you that the benefit system does make it easier for you not to work. We will return to this topic after a break. See you in a few minutes. You're right, a lot.